They told us it was free, free to connect, free to share, free to speak. But what if the real price was something far more valuable than money? What if the cost was your mind, your behavior, your private life, silently harvested while you scrolled? This is not just a tech story. This is a power story. Welcome to Zero to Billion, the channel where we uncover the real stories behind the biggest brands, the darkest business secrets, and the psychological games that shape our world. Today's story is about Facebook data and the privacy scandal that exposed how a platform built to connect the world quietly learned how to control it. In the early 2000s, Facebook wasn't a global empire. It was a simple college project built by Mark Zuckerberg in a Harvard dorm room. The idea was innocent on the surface. Let people create profiles. Let them connect with friends. Let them share moments. But behind the clean blue interface, something much bigger was forming. Every like, every click, every comment wasn't just social interaction. It was data. And data in the digital age is power. As Facebook grew, it didn't just expand users. It expanded its understanding of human behavior. It learned what made people angry, happy, insecure, confident. It learned what people feared and what they desired. By the time Facebook went public, it wasn't just a social network. It was the most advanced behavioral prediction machine ever created. Advertisers loved it. Politicians noticed it. And very few users truly understood it. The real danger wasn't that Facebook collected data. It was how easily that data could escape its walls. In 2014, a quiet academic research app appeared on Facebook. It promised a harmless personality quiz. Millions clicked. What they didn't know was that this app wasn't just collecting their data. It was collecting their friends' data too. Names, locations, likes, interests. Entire digital identities copied without consent. That data didn't stay in a lab. It landed in the hands of Cambridge Analytica, a political consulting firm specializing in psychological profiling. Using Facebook data, they built models that could predict personality traits, fears, and political leanings. This wasn't traditional advertising. This was psychological warfare. Messages weren't designed to inform voters. They were designed to emotionally manipulate them. During major political events, including elections, tailored messages were pushed to specific individuals. Not groups, not demographics, individuals. Two people could see completely different political realities, both shaped by the same hidden data engine. Democracy was no longer about public debate. It became private persuasion. For years, Facebook denied responsibility. Executives claimed they were unaware, that they were deceived, that policies were violated, not systems. But internal warnings existed, red flags were raised, and the platform kept growing, prioritizing engagement over ethics. The more emotional the content, the longer users stayed. The longer they stayed, the more data Facebook collected. The cycle fed itself. When the scandal finally exploded into the public eye, trust collapsed overnight. Headlines screamed betrayal. Users felt exposed. Governments demanded answers. Mark Zuckerberg was summoned to testify before Congress, sitting alone under harsh lights, trying to explain how a company built on connection lost control of its own creation. His calm responses couldn't hide the reality. Facebook had grown too powerful, too fast, with too little accountability. The financial cost was massive. Facebook's stock shook. Advertisers paused. Users questioned their loyalty. But the real damage was invisible. Once trust is broken, it never fully returns. People realized they were not the customers. They were the product. Their attention, emotions, and behavior were the real assets being sold. Facebook responded with apologies, policy changes, and rebranding. Privacy controls were updated. Data access was restricted. And eventually, Facebook renamed itself Meta, signaling a desire to move forward. But the core business model didn't change. Data still fuels the machine. Algorithms still shape behavior. The lesson wasn't just about Facebook. It was about the future of digital power. This scandal revealed a brutal truth. In the modern economy, companies don't need to control factories or oil fields to rule the world. They need to control information. They need to control attention. And those who control data don't just predict the future. They influence it. At 0 to billion, we don't just tell stories of success. We expose the price of unchecked ambition, the psychology behind billion-dollar decisions, and the hidden systems shaping your life. If you want more deep dives into power, money, and influence, subscribe to 0 to billion because the next story might already be watching you.